Have you ever wondered if something as seemingly natural as masturbation could subtly be impacting your health as you age? As we grow older, maintaining our well-being becomes even more critical, and habits that seemed harmless in our younger years can have unexpected consequences later in life. If you're over 65, you might not realize that one particular habit, often dismissed as natural and harmless, could be putting your health at serious risk. In this video, we are diving into the surprising dangers of a topic rarely discussed openly: how frequent masturbation after the age of 65 may have unintended effects on your body and overall well-being. While it's a natural part of life, recent discussions among health professionals reveal that in certain cases, it can contribute to physical and mental health concerns that many seniors experience without knowing the cause. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you enjoy this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't like it, type 0 in the comments to let me know so I can make better videos for you. Stay with me until the very end, because what you learn today might just change the way you think about your health. We'll explore the real impact of this habit on your heart, nervous system, and cognitive function, especially how it can subtly affect energy levels, mood stability, and even long-term cardiovascular health. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of what's really happening inside your body, empowering you to make informed decisions about your well-being. Unexpected strain on the cardiovascular system. One of the most overlooked risks of frequent masturbation after 65 is its impact on your heart and overall cardiovascular health. While it might seem unrelated, any activity that elevates heart rate and blood pressure, especially in short, intense bursts, can place unexpected strain on an aging cardiovascular system. For younger individuals with strong, elastic arteries, this isn't usually a concern. But for older adults whose blood vessels naturally become less flexible over time, this sudden rise in heart rate can sometimes lead to irregularities, dizziness, or even an increased risk of cardiac episodes. Think about light exercise, like walking upstairs. You feel your heart working harder. Now, imagine that same physical response happening abruptly, without a gradual warm-up. This sudden cardiovascular stress can cause older adults to feel lightheaded, fatigued, or experience irregular heart rhythms afterward. Consider William, a 72-year-old retired engineer. He noticed an odd tightness in his chest and breathlessness after certain private activities. His doctor explained these symptoms weren't uncommon, especially for those with a history of high blood pressure or minor heart issues. William's doctor advised him to be more aware of his body's signals and avoid overexerting his heart in ways it wasn't conditioned to. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Many seniors aren't aware of how their bodies respond to this activity as they age. Recovery time after any exertion takes longer. The heart muscles and blood vessels don't bounce back as quickly. A sudden rush of physical effort without preparation can be more taxing than expected. While occasional activity isn't necessarily dangerous, frequent or prolonged intensity could be straining an aging cardiovascular system without you realizing it. If you've noticed sudden exhaustion, dizziness, or mild chest discomfort after engaging in this habit, your body is speaking to you. Recognizing these signals can make all the difference in preventing unnecessary stress on your heart, nervous system fatigue and energy depletion. Another surprising effect few people discuss is how frequent masturbation can lead to nervous system fatigue, leaving you feeling drained, sluggish, and even mentally foggy. The body relies on a balance of energy, hormones, and neurological signals, and as we age, this balance becomes more fragile. While this activity might feel like a stress reliever in the moment, it can contribute to long-term exhaustion. Think of your nervous system as a battery. Every action draws energy. When you were younger, that battery recharged quickly. But as you age, replenishment slows down. What used to be a simple act of relaxation might now be taxing, leading to extended periods of fatigue or difficulty concentrating. Richard, a 69-year-old retired teacher, experienced this. He felt inexplicably drained daily. When he cut back on certain habits for a few weeks, his energy levels improved. He felt more alert, focused, and even slept better. The connection became clear. Overuse of certain bodily systems can lead to depletion. This is largely tied to neurotransmitters, like dopamine, the brain's pleasure chemical. Activities that stimulate dopamine release feel good, but excessive stimulation can lead to dopamine burnout. Your brain's sensitivity to pleasure decreases, leading to lethargy, low motivation, and even mild depressive symptoms. A younger brain bounces back quickly, but an aging nervous system takes longer to recover. It's not about stopping entirely, it's about understanding your body's changing limits and choosing habits that maintain energy rather than deplete it. If you've felt unusual fatigue, lack of motivation, or difficulty concentrating without an obvious cause, consider if this habit is playing a role. Adjusting frequency and paying attention to your body's response could make a noticeable difference in your daily energy levels. Disrupted sleep patterns and increased restlessness. One of the most overlooked consequences of frequent masturbation in older adults is its impact on sleep quality. While many assume it helps them relax and fall asleep faster, the reality changes with age. Instead of leading to deep, restful sleep, it can contribute to nighttime restlessness, frequent awakenings, and a feeling of not being well rested. Sleep is a delicate process, and activities that trigger a surge of dopamine can interfere with melatonin production, the hormone that signals your body to wind down. This is why some people find that despite feeling relaxed immediately after, they end up tossing and turning later in the night. Gerald, a 74-year-old retiree, experienced this. He'd fall asleep easily but wake multiple times, feeling groggy. He realized the connection between dopamine and melatonin, made small adjustments to his habits before bed, and began sleeping more soundly. Frequent stimulation can also contribute to an overactive nervous system right before sleep. Many seniors already struggle with conditions like restless leg syndrome or general sleep disturbances. An overstimulated nervous system in the evening makes it harder to fully relax, leading to light, fragmented sleep rather than the deep, restorative sleep the body needs. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it has a cumulative effect on overall health. Chronic sleep disruption in older adults is linked to increased inflammation, higher risks of memory decline, and a weakened immune system. If you've been experiencing poor sleep, frequent nighttime awakenings, or general fatigue in the mornings, Consider if this habit is playing a role. Small changes, such as adjusting timing or frequency, can significantly improve sleep quality and help your body recover properly. Increased risk of prostate irritation and urinary issues. One of the most unexpected consequences of frequent masturbation in older adults is its potential impact on prostate health. Many men assume regular activity in this area keeps things functioning smoothly, but as we age, the body reacts differently. For some, overuse can lead to increased prostate sensitivity, mild inflammation, and even a heightened risk of urinary discomfort. The prostate naturally enlarges as men age, benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. This can sometimes press against the bladder, making it harder to empty fully, leading to frequent urges to urinate, especially at night. When this area is overstimulated, surrounding muscles and tissues can become irritated, increasing the sensation of needing to go more often. Some men experience temporary tightness, a weaker urine stream, or mild burning afterward. Leonard, a 71-year-old retired construction worker, noticed he was waking more often at night to use the bathroom. His doctor explained that overstimulation of the prostate can worsen these symptoms. After reducing frequency, his nighttime trips became less frequent. Frequent stimulation also affects pelvic floor muscles. These muscles support bladder control, and they naturally weaken with age. When overstimulated, they can become fatigued, leading to occasional leaking, sudden urges, or difficulty maintaining full control. This can contribute to a gradual decline in urinary function. If you've noticed an increase in urgency, occasional dribbling, or difficulty fully emptying your bladder, consider whether frequent stimulation might be contributing. Small adjustments, like reducing frequency or incorporating pelvic floor exercises, can help maintain better urinary health and reduce unnecessary strain on the prostate. Listen to what your body is telling you. Your comfort and well-being are worth paying attention to. Hormonal imbalance and mood swings. Another surprising effect of frequent masturbation after 65 is its potential impact on hormone balance and overall mood. Many don't realize this activity is tied to the release of key hormones that regulate energy, emotional stability, and cognitive function. While it might feel like a temporary stress reliever, doing it too often can lead to subtle but significant hormonal fluctuations, leaving you feeling emotionally unsteady, irritable, or even slightly down in the days that follow. Hormones like testosterone, dopamine, and oxytocin all play a role in how we feel. There's a temporary rush of dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. However, frequent overuse can lead to dopamine depletion, where your brain's sensitivity to this chemical is reduced. This can make everyday activities less enjoyable, leading to a cycle where more stimulation is needed for the same satisfaction. Some men feel unmotivated, frustrated, or experience mild depressive symptoms without knowing why. Edward, a 68-year-old former accountant, started noticing unexplained mood swings. After evaluating his habits and spacing out the frequency of this activity, he noticed his mood stabilized, his energy felt more consistent, and he didn't experience the same emotional crashes. Testosterone regulation is another critical factor. While production naturally declines with age, frequent stimulation can sometimes lead to temporary dips, contributing to increased fatigue, reduced motivation, and subtle changes in muscle tone. Excessive release of certain hormones like prolactin can further suppress testosterone. Moderation is key. If you've been feeling emotionally off balance, struggling with motivation, or noticing subtle changes in your mood, consider if hormonal fluctuations are playing a role. Giving your body more time to reset can help restore natural hormone balance, leading to more stable energy levels and a greater sense of well-being. You are not alone if you've experienced this kind of emotional roller coaster without an obvious reason. Small adjustments can make a significant difference. Reduced sensitivity and diminished pleasure over time. One of the lesser-known effects of frequent masturbation after 65 is how it can lead to a gradual decline in sensitivity, making it harder to experience the same level of pleasure over time. While many assume this activity maintains function, overstimulation can lead to desensitization, meaning the body responds less intensely. The human nervous system adapts to repeated stimuli. When the same type of stimulation occurs too often, nerve receptors can become less responsive, requiring stronger or more prolonged stimulation for the same effect. Some older adults notice that sensations they once enjoyed don't feel as strong, or it takes more effort and time to reach the same level of satisfaction. This can even lead to frustration. Robert, a 73-year-old former musician, noticed this subtle but undeniable shift. What once felt effortless now required more time, and the sensations weren't quite the same. He realized excessive stimulation had played a role. After adjusting his habits, he noticed an improvement in overall sensitivity, making the experience more natural and enjoyable. Another factor is nerve fatigue. Nerve endings responsible for sensation can become overstimulated, resulting in a dulling effect. Additionally, excessive dopamine release can alter how the brain processes pleasure, sometimes reducing the ability to feel excitement in other areas of life. The good news is this process is often reversible. By giving the body more time to recover, many people find their natural sensitivity improves. It's about maintaining balance so experiences remain enjoyable rather than frustrating. If you've felt things don't quite feel the same, or it takes more effort, know you are not alone. Small adjustments can make a significant difference. Increased feelings of loneliness and emotional detachment. One of the most overlooked consequences of frequent masturbation in older adults is its potential impact on emotional well-being and social connections. While it might seem like a harmless way to relieve stress or pass time, excessive reliance on it can contribute to feelings of isolation, loneliness, and emotional detachment from meaningful relationships. Human beings are wired for connection. When masturbation becomes a primary outlet for comfort or stress relief, it can subtly reduce the motivation to seek out real social engagement. Over time, this can lead to an increased sense of disconnection from others, making social interactions feel less fulfilling or even unnecessary. Consider James, a 75-year-old widower. After losing his wife, he spent more time alone, relying on solitary activities for comfort. He noticed he wasn't reaching out to friends as often, and socializing felt more like an obligation. Once he consciously balanced his personal time with more social engagement, joining a local group, attending community events, or reconnecting with old friends, his overall mood improved, and feelings of loneliness became much less overwhelming. This emotional detachment is a gradual shift, often unnoticed until feelings of isolation become pronounced. The brain forms habits based on reward cycles, and a quick source of comfort can sometimes replace the motivation for deeper interactions. Engaging in meaningful interactions triggers the release of oxytocin, a hormone associated with bonding and emotional connection. When social interactions decrease, oxytocin levels can decline, contributing to loneliness and mild depressive symptoms. If you've found yourself feeling more isolated or if socializing feels less rewarding, reflect on the role certain habits play. Small adjustments, like setting aside dedicated time for social activities or engaging in hobbies that encourage human connection, can help restore balance and fulfillment. Social connection is one of the most powerful tools for maintaining emotional health as we age. Increased risk of pelvic floor weakness and bladder control issues. One of the lesser-known consequences of frequent masturbation in older adults is its potential effect on pelvic floor strength and bladder control. As we age, the muscles supporting the bladder, prostate, and lower abdomen naturally weaken. Excessive strain in this area, especially when done frequently or with too much intensity, can contribute to pelvic floor fatigue, leading to subtle but frustrating changes in bladder function. The pelvic floor maintains proper bladder control and supports internal organs. When these muscles weaken, it can result in increased urgency, occasional leakage, or difficulty fully emptying the bladder. Many seniors assume these changes are just part of aging, but they may be unknowingly exacerbating the problem. Harold, a 70-year-old retired mechanic, noticed he was making more frequent trips to the bathroom and sometimes felt a slight loss of control when sneezing or laughing. After researching the connection between pelvic floor health and frequent stimulation, he reduced the frequency and incorporated simple pelvic exercises. Within weeks, his urgency decreased, and he felt more in control. Overuse of the pelvic muscles without proper recovery can lead to muscle fatigue, much like any other part of the body. Excessive strain can cause temporary tightness, discomfort, or reduced ability to maintain full control. Nerve sensitivity is also important. Nerves in the pelvic region play a crucial role in regulating bladder function. When overstimulated, they can send mixed signals to the brain, creating a false sense of urgency or causing the bladder to react unpredictably. The good news is these issues can often be managed with small lifestyle adjustments. Reducing frequency, incorporating simple pelvic floor exercises, and paying attention to your body's responses can help restore control and reduce unnecessary strain. If you've noticed unexpected changes in bladder function, increased urgency, or occasional leakage, consider how certain habits impact your pelvic floor strength. Small changes can lead to noticeable improvements. Final thoughts. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on everything we've covered. Many habits that seem harmless in our younger years can have unexpected effects as we age, and masturbation is no exception. From its impact on cardiovascular health and nervous system fatigue to its role in hormone balance, sleep quality, and pelvic floor strength, it's clear that moderation and awareness are key. The goal here isn't to create unnecessary worry, but to provide valuable insights that help you make informed decisions about your well-being. Your body is always communicating with you. If you've noticed changes in energy, mood, bladder control, or overall satisfaction? Paying closer attention to your habits could reveal patterns you hadn't considered before. Small adjustments, whether it's reducing frequency, improving sleep hygiene, or focusing on social engagement, can have a significant impact on how you feel each day. Many of these effects are reversible, and by being mindful of your body's needs, you can maintain a sense of vitality and confidence well into your later years. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these insights stood out to you the most? Have you noticed any of these changes in yourself, or do you have personal experiences to share? Your thoughts matter, and this is a space where we can learn from one another. Thank you for joining us today. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.